everyone? Hope you all are having a great day today. And in this video, we have yet another review for you guys. This is going to be a fun one because I've never really driven a Miata before. And yeah, we're going to start getting the ball rolling here. And before we do it, I just want to let you guys know that this is a great time to hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying this content. And yeah, while you're down there, might as well hit that like button. Let's get into it.
Alright, so in the front, stock bumper, I have this lip. I forgot what it's called. Something like GV style lip. I don't know what it's called. And then motor-wise, I got Mishimoto radiator, cold air intake, and then I think that's it for the motor. Other than that, it's just stock.
Bone stock.
That's how we like it.
Alright.
And then we got MST wheels. And then as for coilovers, we have Ref 9 coilovers, and then we have Godspeed upper control arms. And then other than that, that's pretty much it. For the interior, we have Vertex steering wheel, and then we have a Hard Dog roll bar. And then I think that's it.
Alright. All the mods so far.
That's it.
Sick.
So this car is one of those cars that are just a little bit too low, especially for around here. And now we have giant trucks. What up, guy? Cool thing though is that since we are in a Miata, no blind spots. But just from driving this car right now, I'll tell you this, it's a crazy car to drive, especially if you're 6'4" like I am. This car is just automatically puts a smile on your face no matter what you're doing. So even sitting in traffic, even just doing little baby pulls, this car will forever put a smile on your face just because it is the simple fact that it is a Miata. Now that we're slowed down, I don't really have to yell that much. And yes, because I am a giant in this car, not only is it a Miata, but you'll always get people looking at you. This car is definitely a attention grabber car for sure. But yeah, I'm having a blast. This car, you don't need a lot of power because for the fact that it is so light. This car, like I said before, only weighs 2,300 pounds. And this has the updated engine in it. This has a 2001 motor, and pretty much everything else is stock. Beautiful day to have the top down. This is why I would probably never want to buy a car like this, because I literally have to drive it with the top down every single day. And this car is straight piped. There isn't anything on it, right?
It has two little mufflers.
It has two tiny mufflers. But as you can tell, it is very loud. And like as you can see before, and I'll just put it up on the screen right now. This car has a custom center exit exhaust, which I think is very tasteful. I do enjoy seeing that stuff. I've only seen one other Miata with a center exit exhaust, but yeah, this car is a blast. You can literally throw this in corners. You can literally slide this anywhere. Yeah, loving it, loving it. So as I'm currently driving around town in this rather flattering Miata, I can only help but have the feeling that everyone that's looking at us right now probably thinks we're hairdressers. It might just be me, but just from the look on everyone's face and they see a big camera in the car, that's how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those of you who have a Miata they already know that this car, the clutch and everything, all the engagement is super easy. But since I wear a 12.5 shoe, the dead pedal, I can't really feel it. But, and like I said before, just going around driving, I feel like I have a lot of control. And I apologize if the camera is really shaky, because since this car is stanced, I'm also getting used to that as well. You feel literally everything in Miata. So it is nice to, but when you are stopped, the air doesn't really work that well. So, and having the top down when it's 80 degrees outside, hold on. Sorry. But having the top down when you're stopped, the sun really beats down on you, and then you get really hot and sweaty. And wearing a gray t-shirt for this review wasn't the best idea, because now you can see all the sweat that's coming out. And I'm really hoping the audio isn't that bad, just because we have all the windows down and everything, and I can only really drive this thing with my arm sticking out the window. So I mean, the plus side is I'm getting a nice tan. The bad thing is I'm getting really hot. Skirt. Another thing, because I'm so tall, is I can't really tell how fast I'm going. And these roads are not the best. We are in just kind of a downtown area, and I would not recommend driving a stanced Miata, or any stanced car for that matter, if you live in the city. Probably if you live in a suburb, but not anything other than that though. Obviously you won't want to live in the country either, but I can never daily one of these. This is a fun weekend car. A really you know, like we said at the beginning of this video, you can throw this car in corners and it'll just do just that. This car was, the back roads were built for the Miata. The Miata was not built for the back roads. That's usually the way I like to go around it. But I do like this steering wheel. It is a little small for my hands, but I would highly recommend getting an aftermarket steering wheel. If you drive one of these, just mainly because it'll clear up some leg room. And I always keep forgetting, because this car doesn't have the turn signal stock that just clicks back into place when you're done using your turn signals. So that's another thing. But I prefer the NB almost out of every generation, because I've driven a majority of them, except for the NC. I would choose this generation mostly because you get the it is a little bit more spacious. When they built this car, they had space in mind. So this, compared to the NA, the previous generation, they widened the car out a little bit. So that's good for me in my case, but you do lose the pop-up headlights, but I'm not entirely mad at the pop-up headlights. And the fact that this car is basically straight pipe, I can imagine it has a little bit more of giddy up to it. It probably adds like 5 to 10 little horsies in there. I can't really imagine it if they're above horses, but that Challenger just got, or Charger just got, put the beans on. But if you have crappy roads, this isn't the car for you. If you have bad roads, this is the car for you. We're getting the babes in this car. Look, Mom, no hands. I just like seeing everyone's reaction, because, you know, it doesn't matter what generation Miata you're driving, as long as you have the top down, then you're a breadwinner for sure. You bring home the bacon. Another cool thing about Miatas is that the aftermarket is huge. Same thing with my Subaru WRX. That aftermarket is absolutely gigantic. So, and this car is a perfect example of that. You can have a nice clean stance build without having to worry about pretty much anything. Money-wise, I should say. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. If you did, if you haven't already, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and while you're down there, hit the like as well if you enjoyed this kind of content. I surely did enjoy driving this vehicle right here. Definitely probably going to find myself in the driver's seat a lot more often, because this car is actually a blast to drive. And the fact that this car took my stance virginity, so it's also a plus. But yeah, really guys, hope you enjoyed this review. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.